The night was unusually quiet, the kind of stillness that amplifies every small sound in the house. It was late, well past midnight, and the weight of the day had finally begun to pull me into the depths of sleep. The soft creak of the bedroom floorboards caught my attention first, a sound I had grown accustomed to over the years, often signaling my wife's return from a late-night task. As I lay there, half dozing, I felt the gentle dip of the mattress and the familiar warmth of her arms encircling me, a comforting ritual that usually lulled me into a deeper slumber. For a moment, I smiled to myself, grateful for her presence, her steady breathing a soothing rhythm against the silence. But then a chilling realization pierced through the haze of my drowsiness. My wife was out of town. She had left that morning for a week-long conference, a detail I had noted with mild annoyance earlier as I waved her off at the door. The house had felt emptier without her, the usual chatter and clatter of our daily routine replaced by an eerie calm. My heart began to race as the implications sank in. If she wasn't here, who, or what, had just climbed into bed with me? The arms around me felt real, the warmth undeniable, yet the logical part of my mind screamed that this couldn't be possible. I froze, my breath catching in my throat, afraid to move or even open my eyes. The sensation lingered, the pressure of those arms steady and unyielding. My mind raced through a whirlwind of possibilities. Had someone broken in? Was this a dream I couldn't wake from? The memory of my wife's departure replayed in my head, her suitcase rolling behind her, her voice calling out a final goodbye. No, she was miles away, likely asleep in a hotel room herself. The thought sent a shiver down my spine, and I wondered if I should dare to turn and face whatever was behind me. The room remained shrouded in darkness, the faint glow of the streetlight outside barely illuminating the edges of the curtains. I strained to listen, hoping for a clue, perhaps the sound of breathing that wasn't mine, or the rustle of fabric as the intruder adjusted their position. But there was nothing, just the oppressive silence that now felt suffocating. My imagination began to conjure images of shadowy figures, tales of restless spirits I'd dismissed as childhood fears, and the unsettling stories my grandmother used to tell about the unexplained. Summoning all my courage, I slowly shifted, my hand trembling as I reached for the lamp on the nightstand. The click of the switch seemed deafening in the stillness, and as light flooded the room, I turned to find nothing. The bed beside me was empty, the sheets undisturbed except for where I lay. Relief washed over me, but it was tinged with confusion. Had I imagined it all? The sensation had been so vivid, so real, that I couldn't shake the feeling that something had been there. I sat up, my eyes scanning the room, checking every corner and shadow. The closet door was slightly ajar, a detail I hadn't noticed before, and I hesitated before getting up to investigate. With a deep breath, I crossed the room, my footsteps muffled by the carpet, and peered inside. Empty. The house creaked as if settling, a sound that now seemed ominous. I returned to bed, my mind still reeling, and decided to leave the lamp on for the rest of the night. Whatever had happened, whether a trick of the mind or something more sinister, I wasn't ready to face the darkness alone again. The next morning, I called my wife, my voice shaky as I recounted the experience. She laughed gently, attributing it to exhaustion and an overactive imagination, but I couldn't shake the unease. To this day, whenever I drift off to sleep in an empty house, I feel a fleeting echo of that night, a whisper of arms that shouldn't be there, a reminder of the unknown that lingers just beyond the edge of consciousness.